trailed by 18 at the half, but the MSU Bobcats couldn't quite get over that hump in the second half. Coming up, we'll recap the heartbreaking 3-point loss in the national championship. And thousands of fans made the trip to Frisco, Texas for the game. Coming up, we'll talk with some of them about that experience. And later, CDC says a little over a quarter of Gallatin County's population drink excessively. That's the highest in the country. Coming up, we'll talk with business owners and law enforcement about those CDC statistics.
From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 10 o'clock news.
Well, good evening and thank you for joining us on this Monday. I'm Chet Lehman. The MSU Bobcats looking for their first national championship in 40 years, taking on the NDSU Bison looking for their 10th title in the last 14 years. In the end, it would come down to the Bison getting that. But make no mistake about it, it was a season to remember for the MSU Bobcats. It came to an end, not the way they hoped, but the 3-point loss tonight takes nothing from what the Bobcats were able to do this year. Our Grace Lawrence is in Frisco, Texas. We begin tonight with a recap of the game.
Well, after a great week in Frisco, Texas, we finally made it to National Championship Night. MTN Sports' Grace Lawrence here inside Toyota Stadium as the top-seeded Bobcats, sitting at 15-0, are looking for their first program championship in 40 years as they take on the 2-seed NDSU. Jumping to about the 8-minute mark of the first half, NDSU with a long drive to start the game. Ball at the 2-yard line. It's a quarterback keeper from Cam Miller leaping his way into the end zone to put the Bison up 7-0. NDSU back with the ball in the middle of the field, wide open. Miller's going. He's gone. Runs it back 64 yards to the end zone. Gives his team a 14-0 lead. Still in the fourth quarter. Bobcats finally got on the board with a Miles Sandstead field goal. It's good from 32 yards. And after a turnover on downs, Bison get the ball back with under 2 minutes to play. Drive their way down from about midfield, and Miller connects with Bryce Lance for NDSU to go into the second half with a 21-3 lead. Montana State starts with the ball in the second half and finds the back of the end zone for their first touchdown of the game, 21-10 Bison. Bobcats get the ball back and find the end zone again. A quick drive and Malott connects with Rohan Jones. They go for two and a fellow tight end and Ryan Lonergan converts it. 21-18 Bison. NDSU, though, still trying to pull away, score to make it a 10-point game yet again, 28-18. And despite MSU finding the end zone twice more, NDSU finds a way to stay ahead, and the Bobcat comeback ultimately comes up short. Bison win 35-32, and Montana State loses their first game of the season. In Frisco, Grace Lawrence, MTN Sports.
All right, thank you, Grace. Now, thousands of fans made the trip to a chilly Toyota Stadium in Texas for tonight's game. MTN's Tom Wiley has their reaction to the game.
Montana State's loss to North Dakota State is heartbreaking for a team that had made it to nearly the top, 15 straight wins. But though they're sad right now, friends and family stuck around after the game and talked about how proud they are and how special this season was.
Yeah. It's sad to be losing, but I think that the Bobcat community is kind of there for the good times and the bad times. So.
Absolutely, yeah. Definitely Bobcat Nation showed up today. It was awesome to be a part of this whole weekend, and today it was awesome. Everybody was here, and we're all still one Bobcat family, and you know what? It's okay.
We'll be back next year.
The Bobcats fell behind big early, but a spirited second-half comeback kept the crowd on their feet, and they stayed that way until the final whistle.
Coming to Frisco is one thing in its own, and then being able to compete. I mean, not only, like, they didn't get blown out or nothing, like, they came and competed, and that was what we wanted to see. You see around the whole stadium, there's heart, and the players, they showed that too tonight. And we're all tough and sad, and we wanted to see the trophy come back to Montana, but they competed, and you just can't be more proud of those guys that showed up tonight and just did what they needed to do.
We spoke with the father of running back Julius Davis, who says there's no place his son would have rather played than in the blue and gold.
Julius got a lot of ties with NDSU, with Tim Polisak, trying to recruit him from Iowa to Wyoming. Bobcat got him, and there's a reason for that, because the fans, because the environment, and the wholesome of the coaches and the humblest of the coaches.
Yeah, a dream season stopped short of the ultimate goal, but leaving behind history and memories that will never fade for players, coaches, family, and fans. Tom Wiley, MTN Sports.